Hi everyone, welcome to KTech Solutions video tutorials. In today's tutorial, I'm going to put you through how you can create a Google form using your mobile device. So to start, go to your browser. I'm using Chrome browser in this case. And once you go to your Chrome browser, type or search this address forms.google.com. Once you get there, you can see the layout. The first thing that you see is here. You can see untitled form, questions, responses, settings, and everything. But remember, if you have not signed into your browser using your Google or Gmail address, you will have to sign in first. You will have to use your email address and password to log in. But because I've logged in already, and that is why I was brought to this page. So now for you to create your Google form, maybe you want to collect some information from your students, or you want to use it as a questionnaire to maybe get responses for some research works, or you just want to use it to do some maybe exams, to administer exams or tests to students. You can as well use it to maybe source for information or to ask for public opinions on some other issues. So let's get started. Okay, if you want to create your Google form, the first thing that you're going to do is to give it a title. Alright, the title in this case, you just need to click on the title and then edit. You can start by saying maybe you can say my first Google form. Okay, so now this is the title of your Google form, your questionnaire or whatever you want to create. Then under the title you can see a word written form description. So in this space you are expected to write brief description about your form. What are your respondents expected to do, or what is the form all about? So you can now type in, for example, this is my first Google form. I just want to learn how to create a Google form and how it works. Alright, suppose this is the introduction or whatever the description of your form is. So maybe if you want to get some questions answered by your students, you can write, okay, this is an examination, or the instructions for the exams, and whatever you want to write, just make sure that it describes what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and why your students should fill the form, and likely possible time it will take them for them to respond to your questions or surveys or anything. So now the next thing is to put in your valid email address. This setting now is automatic, which means your email address, anybody that is responding to your form must provide his or her valid email address. You can change it in setting. Under how people collected responses. You can remove it by clicking this collect email address. Once you check this one, you have removed it already. So now once you check this toggle option, you can either decide to collect people's email address or not to collect their email address. If their email address is important to you, you can leave it checked, and then you can come back to your questions. So now after that, the next thing is to start creating your questions or the informations you want to collect from your respondents. So the first thing is, this question is untitled. We have not given it any title, so I can decide to say full name. Maybe I want to know the full name of the person that is responding to me. So under that, you have many options. You can decide to bold the text, you can bold the text, you can italize it, you can underline it, you can even make it a link, clickable link, a link that somebody can click to take it somewhere. And then you can as well clear all the formatting that you have done. So now let me just leave it maybe bold. Okay, I want to collect full name of the people responding to my form. So there are many options to choose from. You can decide to choose short answer, because when you want to collect somebody's full name, you have to give him a space to write the name in full. But there are many other options that you can choose from depending on what you want to do. If maybe you are setting a questions, a test or examination questions, of course you can use multiple choice options where you can give students about 5 or 4 options, A, B, C, D for example, and then they will choose from the options which one is correct. And then you can use checkbox, or this normally checkboxes applies to questions or and let me say to questions that have more than one options, or that likely going to have more than 2 or 3 options. So you can as well choose a drop down which is like once the respondents click on it, they will see a list dropping. They will scroll and select the one they like when you want to maybe collect questionnaires from different countries and you have many countries that you listed, you can use a drop down option in this case. So in this case we are going to use short answer. So short answer is going to be our response. Again, if you look at the bottom of the question full name, you can see required here. So if I check this toggle option, I can be able to make this full name compulsory or not compulsory. So now that I checked it, it means anybody that is filling this form must provide his or her full name. If I don't want it to be compulsory, I can leave it open, but because the full name is very important, I have to check it. So now the next thing is to create another question. If I want to create another question, I can click a plus icon that is at the bottom here, the left hand side at the bottom of these icons. I can click it, or I can highlight this. I can click these 3 dotted lines close to the toggle option, and I will then click on duplicate. But because I want to create a fresh question, I'll click on this plus. So now after clicking on this plus, you can see I have another fresh question. I can write, what do I want to collect? Maybe I want to collect gender. I want to know the people that are responding to me, are they male or female? So in this case, I'm going to use multiple choice option, because I want to give them option. I can now say female, that is my first option. So if I want to add another option, I'll just click on this add option that is below the female, add option. And if you can see from the top of the female, there are suggestions already by the Google form which said I should select male or prepare not say. So if I want to select male as another option, I can just select it, or I can click on add option and type it. So let me just select male. You see, if I want to add another option, I can say prepare not say. If I want to add another option, I can use other. Maybe someone is not male, is not female, and he doesn't want to say he don't want to say it, and you can choose other options. So that is that. And again, if I want to make this question compulsory that everybody must answer it, I'll have to click this required. So by this, nobody can be able to submit this form without providing this information. The next thing is I have to click this plus icon again to create another question. So maybe I want to create this time around maybe I want to ask for let me say age. Okay, I will just write age. So now I will have to maybe let me provide multiple. Again, I have to use multiple options again. So I can decide to say maybe 15 to 25. Let me use range. Another I can say 26 to 35. I can still use another one. I can say 36 to 45. I can use another and say 45 plus 46 plus. So that is that. Then if I want to make this compulsory too, I can click required. If I don't want to make it, I can leave it open. Then I can make it required. And then again, let me just add another question plus. Maybe this time around I want to know the location. Where are you, or let me say address. Where are you responding from? So address. So now in this case I have to choose likely paragraph or short answer. But it's better to select paragraph because at least some addresses are long. You can be able to write the full information of the address. So leave it as paragraph so that I can type as long as the address can take. So because I want this address information to be optional, I will not check this toggle option. I will leave it like that. So now suppose I'm done with my questions. The next thing I'm going to do, but before then, you can as well rearrange your questions. What I mean by rearrange, you can click on these 6 dotted line at the center, if you can see, and then hold and drag. If you hold and drag, you'll be able to rearrange your questions. If I release this here now, you can see the things has changed their positions. So now after that, once you are done, the next thing is to come off here. You have this first icon on top is theme. You can change the color of your text. Maybe you want it to be Times New Roman for the header, and maybe the size you want it to be 24, whatever you want it to be. And then for the questions, the text, maybe you want them to be lobster, and then the size is going to be 12. You can change it to 14, 13, or whatever you want. And then the text, the body text that your students are going to provide, you can as well change it. Maybe you want them to be using Oswald's font, and then the size is going to be 11. You can as well choose a header from here. Google Form has already provided headers. You can select from tons of them. Maybe I want to use this, or maybe I want to use this. Maybe I want to use this because I'm a scientist. That looks like chemistry. I can then click insert. You can as well change the color of your form. Maybe you want the form to look this color, any color that you want. You can add as many as you want by clicking on this plus sign. So let me leave it like maybe using this blue color. You can then click apply. Then this arrow that is facing backward is just undo if you want to undo some changes. And then this is like if you want to share your Google Form with other people, you click on this arrow that is indicating send. You can attach, write email or whatever. You can embed your form in whatever website you have or other informations, and then you can send it. So now the next thing that you are going to do, now that you have created your Google Form already, you can go to this 3 dotted line, facing this 3 dotted line close to your profile icon. Click on it, and then you can click on preview to see how your form looks like when people view it. So this is the preview of our form. As you can see, my first Google Form, this is the header image, and this is the description. This is my first Google Form. I just want to learn how to create a Google Form and how it looks, how it works, and then this is the email address that must be provided. And you see, okay, my email address that is attached to the Google Form, and these are the information that you are collecting from your respondents. You are collecting their email, full name, gender, age, and email and their address. As you can see, the address doesn't have asterisk attached to it, which means it is optional. Even if you have not submitted your address, you can still be able to submit the form. So now that we have previewed our form, the next thing to do is to go back to our form and click on the 3 dotted lines beside close to our profile. You can now go to this item, get pre-filled link. You click on it. Once you click on it, you can see your form again. Scroll up to go down. At the last part of the form at the bottom, you will see get link. Click on the get link, and your link is ready, and you can click copy link. So you have now copied your link. Suppose that I want to send it to somebody, I can then go to my maybe WhatsApp. I can then go to my WhatsApp and send it to anybody that I wanted to send to. And if I want to paste it somewhere else, I can go to my browser. Let me open another tab. I can click here and paste my link. So this is the link that you'll be sharing with people to collect your information. Again, if you want to edit your form, you can always click on the link. Once you click on the link, you will see an icon, a pencil icon, like a pen icon. You click on this pen icon, you will be able to edit, customize, and maybe change or add some other information to your forms. And remember, this editable icon is only available to you, being the owner of the form and the one that created the form. So any other person that clicks on the link you send to them, they will just see the information and what they are expected to submit, and they can be able to click and submit. So that is briefly how to create a Google Form using your mobile phone without any problem. If you find this video interesting and quite educative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do well to comment, share with others. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.